What's up, guys? I want to talk a little bit about PTSD. And if you're not sure what that is, that stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. And I've been dealing with that for many, many years. I'd say about 16 years of my life, and caused by many people. And it's kind of scary to live with because you get like startled by anything, certain places, certain smells, certain people can even remind you of, your perpetrator, or the situation that you've gone through that has nothing to do with people. I never knew what that was until I started, feeling the symptoms of that and experiencing weird things that are related to PTSD. I'll name some. So, for example, when I was in a domestic violence relationship, I should say situation, once that person was gone, or towards the time that, was coming close for the person to leave, like for good, I would notice like in my sleep, I would jump up, I would hear knocking in my sleep, and I would think that it's the door, and I will literally flip from right to left out of the bed to see who's looking, to look through the door to see who's knocking, and then I wouldn't see anyone. And sometimes I would be too scared to get out of the bed, and then I would just, when the knock that I hear, and I still hear it to this day, it's just like not as bad, but it's all of a sudden. So the knock that I would hear, sometimes I didn't get up because I was too scared. I usually shut the lights off. I leave one light on, and everywhere that I have lived before, I will leave like the hallway light on that's next to my room, and it's just really, really scary. It's really scary. And sometimes I would hear like a bomb in my sleep. Everything is usually in my sleep, and I will wake up and I would literally feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Literally, if my heart could literally come to my chest, you would know what I'm talking about. It would definitely do that. That's how bad my heart used to be. And, or even still, when it does happen, every now and then. Another thing that I experience, I could be like washing dishes, and all of a sudden I just start hearing that person's voice, like telling me the bad things they used to tell me in my ear. Like I would hear that in my ear as I'm like washing dishes, and there's been countless times that I would drop something, like I just get startled because what I'm hearing in my head, or in my ears, is just like so close to me. It's like that person's right there, and I would just drop what I'm doing and I snap out of it, and it's just become like so bad over the years, which I've been in like extensive therapy for that, but that is nothing to play with. That's like no joke. PTSD, you can get that, they can develop that from any situation. People that come back from the army after so many years, they definitely deal with that. So like even now, like if I was to hear a car ride by really quick, sometimes it would have to get me by surprise that I won't have enough time to get scared. But it's just certain noises that startle the hell out of me, and that is scary. That's no joke. And sometimes, I think like, damn, I can't even like, be with anyone because I'm scared they might, see me like jerk in my sleep. And, it becomes like very tiring. You're just so tired of being on edge. PTSD and trauma are all connected. So anxiety, depression, all of those things are connected. So it's just so scary. It's so scary to have that. I know they have meds for that, but I'm not trying to become dependent on that because I'm stronger than that. I know I can be stronger than some medication that is only going to manage the symptoms. I know I can overcome it. Is it always going to be there? It's always going to be there. But it gets easier over time. But the tricky part about it is that it can come back out of nowhere. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little back not like a backstory, but sort of. And just a little education for whoever wants to know what it's like to have PTSD and how it affects your daily life, depending if you're getting the help for it or not. So yeah, that's it. Until next time.